Who's your biggest fan? Hey, happy Monday. I hope your week is starting off really well. Here in Tucson, Arizona, this beautiful November weather, we are putting our fans away because the rest of the year is just gorgeous. But I'm Andy Ross. I'm one of the pastors at Northminster Church in Tucson. And here's a question for you. What would you do if you found yourself in hell? Did you get one of these? And you might be thinking, ooh, that's making light of a serious biblical reality. And you'd be right. In our schedule of readings today from the 2-year lectionary, we are brought to this story that's a story of Jesus. When people ask me if I believe in hell, my answer is yes. Because Jesus talked about it. Jesus warned us about hell. He gives us a story, and it's recorded in the Gospel of Luke, chapter 16, of this very rich man, and we never get his name. That's a quiet, subtle statement. But there's a poor man in rags. His name is Lazarus. And we're told that the rich man just pretty much wastes his life with luxuries, riches. He just lives it up. Then he dies, and he is cast down to hell. But Lazarus, the poor man, is lifted up to heaven, and he is at Abraham's side. And it's interesting. First off, in Jesus' story, he makes it clear that you can't cross over from one to the other, hell into heaven. But then the rich man cries out, I beg you, Father, send Lazarus. So he's still very directing of this poor man. Send Lazarus to my family to warn them. Let them listen. And then Abraham replies, they have Moses and the prophets, God's holy word in Scripture. Let them listen to them. And the rich man in hell says, no, they won't listen. But if someone were to come back from the dead, they would change their ways. Listen to this final punchline of Jesus' story. Abraham replies, if they won't listen to Moses and the prophets, they're not going to be convinced by someone who rises from the dead. A powerful conclusion to this hellish story about how in this world people will remain unconvinced, even if there really was a someone who really did rise from the dead. You know, it's interesting, on this little fan of mine, I've never read it before until today, there is a warning label that we've left attached. It's a warning label. And it's a very small print, mind you, but the warning label tells you, don't leave this plugged in if you're working on repairing the fan. Number 2, if the plug or cord looks damaged, don't use this fan. The third paragraph, it's very small print, says something about don't go bathing or swimming with the fan. And then the last urgent warning is don't ever remove this tag. We haven't. We've left it on. Are you convinced? Are you someone who listens, pays attention to warnings? Jesus warned us about the afterlife, heaven, hell, and to heed the instructions, especially the sign of someone who would come back to life from the dead. I hope you have a great week. And let's all be heeding God's good warnings for living life to the fullest, now and into eternity. Lord bless you.